So before the video starts, I want to say that something very cool happened. I managed to get in touch with the developer for Surrounded, and he gave me some insight on the new things that are coming in the next update and even in the future for the game itself. And over this video I will go through and break down as much as info was given to me about the upcoming things and every feature, items, and so on that will come to the game. So let's start with the future update. So in the future update, well, the next update for the game, there's gonna be a couple new things like new and revamped AI, so enemies are gonna be probably smarter, a bit more difficult to take down than just, run them over with a car or just running up to them, and they're probably gonna be a bit quicker to respond. Of course, a medical system, so that may include getting poisoning from old and spoiled food or certain parts of the body, similar how in Tarkov when you get injured, or in DayZ you have bleeding or certain other stuff, which is pretty cool. And the next thing is a bunch of new items like health items, misc parts, and possibly a couple new weapons, which is pretty cool. But for the next update, not much is currently planned because, well, it's a solo developer, but still, that's a lot of stuff to look forward to, and you will be able to check this out in the unstable version first, and then in the stable version as it gets more polished. But now, let's talk about the future of the game. In the future, there's going to be base building, objects like walls, doors, floors, lights, and so on. I personally think it's a very cool addition, especially about the whole base building part where you can really customize and get into details of how you want your base to look. Maybe you want to build around a whole city and take it over as your own, which is, well, in my opinion, pretty cool, and I'd like to do that. And the next thing is, of course, clothing items. As in every survival game, you have to look flashy so you can stand out from the crowd. Probably you're gonna be able to find them. Maybe there's gonna be legendary items from clothing that will give you certain perks. I wasn't told this, but I was told to look forward to new flashy clothing items, and some also just regular, but to look forward to. Another big thing is quests and story mode, and even a bounty system, which you can also see in the game's menus already, but that menu is not really functional about the quests and story mode, but that will come as the story actually gets written and the quests get coded and everything. And the bounty system also sounds very cool, and that will probably give a lot more time into the game and more interesting stuff, not just regular exploration, but maybe hunting down this specific individual, maybe certain zombie bosses, or specific loot that you have to find in this one specific area, which is guarded either by the military or bandits or zombies and zombie bosses, which is very cool. Another thing is vehicle upgrades and customization, which means no longer there's going to be a thing where you just find a car and it is how it is, but customization and upgrades like probably tires, storage, maybe some defenses on it like armor, so your car cannot be destroyed by running into a tree a couple times because you lost control. Maybe some upgrades for steering and all that, so you can get around those tight corners much more easily. Or even a turret, which would be pretty cool if it would be automated, or you can control it while sitting in the car. And of course, new locations to the base map. There's already a couple marked when you open the GPS or regular map, but still, those are going to be in the game as well, plus even more new stuff. that is just what is currently worked on, which is the military area in the radiation zone in the top left of the map when you open it. There's, as I understood, gonna be a lot more. What is also exciting, personally saying, is that also a revamped and improved save system will be implemented in the game sometime close in the future, which will allow multiple saves, and it will overall just work better, probably save certain items in place, or just overall work together with the game world a bit better. Of course, right now it already works very well, actually much better than my save system, the game I'm making currently, but definitely there's going to be upgrades towards that, and I'm also looking forward to it. There's also going to be a travel system, which is very exciting, especially for an open world like zombie survival game, which is, well, very nice that you will be able to travel to different maps and different areas. So the base map you're currently playing in is not going to be the only one. There's going to be multiple areas you're going to be able to travel to once traveling through out of bounds areas on the map. Like maybe there's going to be a couple tunnels that are going to open up as the game progresses in development. You're going to be able to travel to these areas, explore them, get maybe even better loot there, like legendaries, if that is going to be maybe a restricted area. Like in Tarkov you need a key card and you can go there only once if you have this key card. Definitely something to look forward to. And, well, hard mode. Every survival game, in my opinion, once you have gotten the feel of it, deserves a hard mode. And I'm also pretty excited for this because the game will become much, much harder. Well, that will mean that you will also die a lot more, but it will bring challenge to the game for those die-hard survivalists. Definitely something to look forward to. Better localization translations also is coming soon, which means not only English language will be in the game, but different others too, which is also better for those people who are not that good with English. Maybe you understand it, but you like to play the games in your own language. Then this is an update for you to look forward to, so definitely do not ditch the game. It's still worth playing, and with an update with better localization and translations coming soon, well, definitely hold on to it. Steam Workshop and mod support is also gonna be here, so look forward to that. You'll be able to make some nice mods and workshop items, maybe workshop maps, and I always look forward to seeing what people can make and share with everyone else. Especially sometimes there's wild creations like buildings added, maybe bosses, weapons, or just random items which give you godlike powers, or even bosses that are basically invincible. But still, that's also a very nice thing that the developer said is coming soon, and something to look forward to as well. Just to sidetrack a tiny bit, I always like when games have workshop because you can always add so much to them. If you have completed the base game or feel like something's not there, there's always like cars, more vehicles, more weapons, bosses, reskins of bosses you can add, maybe reskins of your own character, which is also pretty fun and interesting, I think. And yeah. And lastly, how can I not forget about, well, multiplayer. Multiplayer is also coming to the game. I don't know when specifically, and that wasn't told, but I know how difficult multiplayer is to correctly implement, because netcode tends to be a bit of a hassle, and all the server side issues that you have to fix, and even hosting and finding proper servers so everyone has proper ping connectivity is, well, rather difficult. So as the game will update and everything, we will see a proper timer set for multiplayer when it will launch, but so far, mostly everything I mentioned is gonna be for single player, and the game's gonna stay single player for a while. But I don't find it any less appealing, honestly. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want more games covered, or maybe me trying to get in touch with some developers, surely leave a comment. And if you have played Surrounded, you can also leave your thoughts here in the comments and we can discuss it, honestly. And maybe even share your base creations or your best experiences in the game. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one.